So this is X, this is Y. So two column selects. So one column selects becomes 1. What is going to happen is the X value, which was here nothing but VDD because it got amplified, and Y, which became 0, and all like this, there are different column select signals, but all of them would be 0 because only one column select would be high. And this line technically will help us to understand what's present on my X and Y, or in simple words, these are nothing but my probes which will tell me what is present on my X or Y, or my bit upper or bit lower, or in specifically what has been read. If you have got confused, just 1 second. So suppose these are 2 cells, correct? Let's say this is an array of 4 cells. This will have column select 1, this will have column select 2, column select 3, column select 4. Out of this, only one can be high at one point of time, others would be 0. So it will not select this column at all, not this as well. It will select this column and check its bit upper and bit lower. In our language, it's X and Y terminal, and depending on what's the value, it will say that what value has been read. This along with the row decoder signal. So if row decoder signal WL1 was equal to 1, that means in this column the first row has been read, and that reading, as we just understood right now, was nothing but a reading 1 on its C cell. So this is nothing but a pass transistor logic with one terminal connected to X bit upper, other connected to Y bit lower, and the other signal connected to all the different column select lines. If you have not followed the column select logic, it's completely okay. It is some logic through which one particular column needs to be selected, and that column will be read at that specific interval of time. With that, we have understood the complete working. Now we need to ensure that the steps followed by DRAM for reading and automated rewriting, or rewriting at the same time, so that we don't lose out on the value, are very important, and the order of that steps needs to be maintained. If the order of the steps is maintained, then only you will be able to read the value correctly. Let's just quickly recap the steps. So the first and foremost thing what one needs to do is activate a row. That means make one word line high. Fair enough. So in this case, what we made was WL1 equal to 1. After that, when I did that, I saw what was present on C cell 1, which was nothing but 1 of VDD. I allowed bit upper to go to VDD by 2 plus delta V, and bit lower to stay to VDD by 2. In short, what I did was I allow small difference to get developed. So once this small difference develop on bit upper and bit lower, now I will make my read enable signal high. That means my sense amplifier will come in picture. Once my sense amplifier comes in the picture, it amplifies the small difference and also rewrites the value back into the cell where word line 1 in this case was 1. So the value is not degraded. And finally, we select a particular column, or if you don't understand column logic, say that on X and Y, or on your bit upper and bit lower, technically we need to connect output probes to identify what value has been read. So these are the steps. How this rewriting happens, for that we already saw that what is going to happen and how this should take place. Ideally, this is nothing but a refresh mechanism where you select each cell. We saw that go each cell one by one in the column. As you go in each cell, read each one of them. While reading, ensure that you are restoring the value by rewriting, and continue this process for each cell. And this is nothing but my simple refresh mechanism. So this completes the read of a DRAM array. Similarly, we can also have a write circuit, and we can show the write operation as well. Write operation is fairly simple, so I'm not going to go into the details of that. It only shows that whenever my word line is high, whatever is present on my bit line will be written on my capacitor. So there will be some write circuit which will make my bit line either VDD or 0, and according to that, whenever the word line goes high, that particular cell location would be written a 1 or a 0. Currently, it's not expected for you to go into the details of the write circuitry. Anyways, it's very straightforward, but currently this is enough. So hope you have followed. Stay tuned for further clips. Thank you very much and take care.